I'm probably breaking a promise I made several years ago because I said I would never make a Crystal Beast deck with Rainbow Dragon. Little did I know that that grass looks greener would come out and totally revolutionize how decks like this would ever function. And basically, I found this cheesy combo where if you have the Melody of Awakening Dragon, any card to discard, and that grass looks greener, you can reliably sort of summon two Rainbow Dragons basically for free. So basically, what you're doing is you're activating Melody, discarding any random card to grab two Rainbow Dragons. I know a lot of people might think that that just grabs Blue Eyes, but it just has to be a dragon with 3,000 more attack and 2,500 less defense. So Rainbow Dragon fits right into that criteria. And then you add the two Rainbow Dragons to your hand. Next, you're going to activate the Grass Looks Greener to hopefully mill like 20 cards and maybe mill 6 or maybe even 7 Crystal Beast monsters to get you to those Rainbow Dragons. I think realistically I was prepared to not mill all the Crystal Beast monsters, but just pack my deck with other card effects that would actually mill those cards, and that's what ended up happening. I tried this deck out with a lot of different variants actually. Originally I was playing Blue Eyes cards because they had synergy with Melody, but that just wasn't very good. I mean, the Blue Eyes was cool because it gave you access to trade-in, and Ancient Stone was cool to mill off of grass, but it just didn't really work out. It was sort of inconsistent. And in a deck where you're playing like 25 Crystal Beast cards, you kind of want the other ones to be consistent cards. So I ended up going with a Lightsworn variant because you can just like draw so many cards and mill so many extra cards with Lightsworns that it just seemed like a natural fit. I mean, Minerva wasn't even super useful for milling, but it was useful for like drawing into more cards. But you could use like Raiden to mill. You could use Brilliant Fusion to either get rid of Carbuncle, which I think I do in one of these games, or Wolf. But also, I gave you access to Tsukiyomi, because Tsukiyomi was really good in this deck, because a lot of times you can make it when you can also make Minerva right afterwards. So if you have a handful of Crystal Beast monsters, you can just pitch all of them to get them in the graveyard for Rainbow Dragon, because Rainbow Dragon needs them either on the field or in the graveyard, not in the hand. So you can just get rid of all the Crystal Beast monsters and hopefully draw into more combo pieces, which I did do a couple times. How did this deck go, though? I mean, did I ever open the combo? I think in like 5 hours of testing for this, I opened the combo 6 times, all 6 of which were against other 60-card decks, so I basically wanted to kill myself. But as you'll see in these gameplays, I do summon Rainbow Dragon several times here, something I don't think I've ever done in Yu-Gi-Oh, because I never thought I would ever play Rainbow Dragon, because you just have to play so many bad cards to summon it. Like all the, like, you have to play like Cat and Tortoise and Amber Mammoth, just all these really bad cards. But I mean, in this deck it's cool because you just like mill them all and hopefully you don't draw them. And even when you do draw them, it's not that bad. Like one of my favorite openings was actually Photon Thrasher and Sapphire Pegasus, because that got 2 Crystal Beast names in play, and also it got you to a Minerva to possibly mill and draw some more. So that was actually like one of my favorite openings that this deck had. But there were some like cool interactions that I wasn't really thinking of. Crystal Promise was like really helpful for putting rank 4s on the board. I liked using Brilliant Fusion to send Ruby Carbuncle if I didn't need the Wolf. And I don't know, it was fun. I originally went in with the mindset that I would play a lot more Crystal Beast cards. I was playing like Crystal Tree and Crystal Beacon and Crystal Promise and stuff, but I guess I'm still playing some Crystal Promises in these versions. I think I was playing 1 or 2 depending on which replay we're watching here. But the other cards just didn't matter that much, because, I mean, and there's no Rainbow Ruins or anything, because you're just really trying to mill the Crystal Beast monsters, because it's more Rainbow Dragon focus. And I'm sure if I would have played like a million games with just not even playing like Minerva Turbo and just like playing Crystal Beast with Rainbow Dragon, I'm sure eventually I would face decks like this that are just like psychic garbage, and I'm sure I could have just stalled and then summoned Rainbow Dragon. But I was trying to do it as fast as possible, even if sometimes it still didn't go off on the first turn. But here, yeah, I mean, I'm summoning like 2 Rainbow Dragons. Like, what the fuck? When am I ever going to do that? Never in real life. It's just never going to happen. So it was exciting to like finally summon Rainbow Dragon. And I didn't even know this, but like Rainbow Dragon like really sucks. So I thought, so it's bad enough that you have to like summon it when you have 7 Crystal Beast monsters, because that means you have to play all of them. But I thought you could use its 2 effects the turn it was summoned, and you definitely can't. And that makes it like so much worse, because I mean, those effects aren't even that good. The attack boost one is kind of neat. The shuffling effect is really bad because it shuffles itself back, if I remember correctly. But you don't even get to use those the turn you summon it. And it's not like, even when this card came out, watch me get sphere moded there, oh my god. Even when this card first came out, though, it's not like it was going to survive. I mean, it has 4,000 attack, but no built-in protection. So it's never going to like live a turn. So, I mean, you're only using it to OTK, and I guess in that regard, it would have been at least kind of cool if you could use those effects the turn you summon it, but obviously you can't. I don't know why. It seems like such a poor design choice, because it's not like the card was ever summoned in the first place, so why not make it good when you do actually summon it? I don't know, that was just like, I didn't realize that going into this, I didn't get that effect, so it was like frustrating when I figured it out. But I think this sort of goes to show that you can win with like literally anything. And I talked about this on some other Yu-Gi-Oh replays, and why for a while I like really stopped doing Yu-Gi-Oh replays, because with like DN, sure you can like record a bunch of games separately and then edit out the bad ones. But a lot of times when I would upload DN commentaries, I would just go in, and I do this with Duel Links as well, where I would just go in, play like 4 games in a row, and then I would try to win 4 games in a row, so I didn't have to edit anything, and that would just be the video. So if I won 4 games in a row, I mean, that means the deck's like not terrible. But with Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, like, I mean, for these replays, I probably played like 50 games or something crazy like that, and I cut so many of them. It's not even that I was losing games, I was just, either my opponent was quitting when I summoned Minerva, or I would win without summoning Rainbow Dragon, and man, I really wanted to summon 3 Rainbow Dragons there, but obviously I couldn't, so I had to suffice for 2. But man, Rainbow Dragon's so cool, 4,000 tech. Anyway, but there were just like a lot of them where I didn't summon Rainbow Dragon, and what's the point of me showing you that? It's like bad Minerva Turbo with Crystal Beast. Who wants to see that? So I didn't include those, and I didn't include like the few losses I actually did get. I didn't include the games where I just like drew an opening hand of 4 Crystal Beast monsters and immediately quit because there was no point. So it's like, with Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, you can really pick and choose what replays you upload, which I think gives viewers an unreliable view of how good the deck is. I mean, if you look at this, like, this deck doesn't even look that bad. It just looks like you can summon Rainbow Dragon on like your 2nd or 3rd turn almost every game. But like, I played so many games to get this, and I don't think I've ever played so many games for a video here. And I think I'm finally understanding. This is the first time I've ever understood on like an actual level of why the bigger YouTube channels ask for replays to be sent into them. Because I mean, conceptually, I was always like, well, yeah, they don't want to play with these like bad decks or whatever. They don't have the time because they want to spend the time editing. But I've never really had that problem before, because the decks I play are usually just like not shitty, so I don't have to worry about that. But with this deck, when I was trying to get off a specific combo, I can absolutely understand how it would have been way easier if I just would have posted on my Facebook page and say, here's the deck, show me any replays where you can summon Rainbow Dragon on the first turn. And I'm pretty sure I would have gotten way better gameplays than this, because it would have been like 50 to 100 people playing like a couple games, getting the combo off once, and sending me the replay. But I don't know if that like is something I'm going to do going forward, because I feel like it ruins the integrity of this channel. Does this channel have any integrity? Probably not. But I think it ruins the integrity of this channel, in that I'm really not trying to do that sort of thing where I'm taking shortcuts. And I know that like maybe that's not it's weird to talk about, because like Jonathan Moore, like, he did the Casual Fridays videos that even I got on for a couple of those, and he didn't get the gameplay for him, but he added like interesting commentary, so maybe that's like enough to keep the integrity of your channel. But I don't know, I can see that this would have been so much easier if I would have asked for you guys to do it. And I think even going forward, there's a lot of decks where, I mean, I don't want to be spending time recording these gameplays, because a lot of these games, people, like I said, they quit right away, or you just brick or whatever. And that's just like wasted time that I could be spent making the actual video and recording the commentary and doing the editing, making the thumbnail, all of that stuff. Or coming up with video ideas even. But I'm spending like hours, literal hours. I mean, I spent so much time trying to get these replays just for a 10-minute video. And it's like, I spent hours doing that when I could have been doing literally anything else, even for the channel, that would have been probably more helpful than this. So I don't know if, like, maybe I should start asking for people to send in the replays or deck lists or whatever. But I think for now, I'm not going to do that until it gets really out of hand. I don't really play decks like this very often. Usually the decks I play aren't just going for one single win condition, because decks like those are kind of bad, honestly. And even in games like this, like, it was really frustrating when I have to, like, stall just to get the Rainbow Dragon. Like, just the duelist in me wants to just win, not summon the big monster. I'm not like a casual. I mean, casuals love summoning big monsters after like stalling for 8 turns, but I don't like doing that. I just like winning the game. You know, that's kind of what I play to do. But I don't know. Let me know what you think about me getting other people's gameplay going forward. I mean, it'd be cool for you guys, sort of, because then your gameplay would get featured, and I would shout out your channel if you had one, so it'd get more people exposure. But I don't know, something that I'll think about. I never thought I would do daily uploads. I'm doing those. Maybe I'll do these going forward. But anyway, hopefully enjoyed my suffering to get this video. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Make sure to check out the channel, because I will be posting the Fluffalist tomorrow. And see you guys later.